Forgiveness. Last but not least, the final concept on the road to creating and having it all. Guilt, the gift that keeps on giving, said Irma Bombeck. Or try this one. Gee, that's funny. I don't recall buying a ticket for a guilt trip. We've all been there, right? Someone trying and usually succeeding in manipulating us with guilt, beginning in our childhood. No blame here. Remember the phrase resounding, "Shame on you. You know better. Don't you know right from wrong?" This is where it all begins, and this is where we learn to do the same. Haven't you seen guilty parents or a guilty spouse putting up with unbelievable disrespect because they feel so guilty about something? Ugh. You may be thinking, well, wait a minute, I thought this video was about forgiveness. It is. Stay with me now. All I have to do, though, is raise the subject of guilt, and forgiveness comes into sharper focus for many of us. So let's all take a deep breath together and let go of guilt through forgiveness. Welcome to my series entitled Walking in Self-Mastery. I'm really thrilled to be bringing this video series to you today, and I want to talk about one of my least favorite subjects, guilt. This is video 11 in our first series of Walking in Self-Mastery. Series 2 will follow. Watch for our launch email notice. Hi, I'm Charlotte Walter, Amazon best-selling author and barrier breakthrough coach, and thank you for joining me. So, let's get started. In the previous videos, we covered generally some of the components which will be helpful to you on your road to self-mastery. We started out talking about the breath, and then how energy works, and the pitfalls of ego control and beliefs, and how your thoughts determine your feelings and judgments. And we wound up with relaxation, how it opens the door to creation and manifestation. Now, I want to talk about how and why forgiveness, the consummate liberator, is the alpha and the omega of transformation, manifestation, and above all, self-mastery. Before I proceed on this fascinating subject, for those of you who are watching these videos in numerical sequence, I want to clear up a point in the previous video, video 10. In it, I stated that in video 11, this video, I would lead you in a meditation to illustrate how all this works, or how I'm going to pull it all together. Since then, however, I've decided to introduce one additional key concept that may dissolve any lingering barriers. The concept of forgiveness of the past. This last-minute edition has been inspired by the book I'm presently reading entitled The Essenes, Children of the Light by Stuart Wilson and Joanna Prentice. In video 12, then, I will lead you in a guided meditation as earlier promised. Now, what is guilt? Well, I think we're all familiar with the feelings of guilt because they can be so powerful, they can paralyze us. To name a couple, feelings of regret or shame for having harmed another, and a whole laundry list of painful feelings and perceived wrongdoings on your part. We've all been there. A victim, perhaps, of a parent, teacher, or sibling manipulating you with guilt. You, in turn, having learned how powerful it is, manipulated someone else to get your way, and so on it goes. Nightmares of guilt heaped upon more guilt. Say no more. Or you think you've done something wrong. Well, maybe you did. We all do. Holding on to the wrong does not change the past, but it does rob you of your present and future. Let it go. Read my lips. Let it go. I don't think I have to spend much time here explaining and describing how guilt feels. The surprising point, though, is how it pervades almost everything we do and see and feel and are. We sometimes even feel guilty for wrongs others have committed. Oy vey, let it go, let it go, let it go. Why should we practice forgiveness? Well, because these guilts cause us to become obsessed with the past. A deep sense of guilt is like a ball and chain, anchoring you to the past and limiting your ability to grow, expand, and to grow up and to live up to your full potential. It becomes a barrier to any personal progress. The past, if you are entangled in guilt, worries, and anxieties, robs you of your power now, because this is where all the action is now. How do you practice forgiveness then? Well, you've got to choose. You've got to take action. So choose, and it must be a fully conscious and intentional choice to fully forgive yourself and others. It must be heartfelt, full of emotion, and it takes practice. Sorry about that. You do have to practice, because we're not used to practicing forgiveness. No matter what harm has been caused, holding on to guilt only amplifies the pain of it all, and you lose. So let it go. Let it go. Choose to let it go. In video 12, I'll take you through a meditation which safely allows you to acknowledge and face the pain and power of guilt feelings. You don't have to relive anything, but merely acknowledge the energy of guilt, that it is present within your emotional and physical body. What you will find is that as you are merely present with the energy in the form of guilt, while not resisting or trying to change or transform it or suppress it, but merely allowing it to be present, you may find, as many of my coaching clients have, that the energy begins to weaken. Hallelujah! You'll see how this works as I lead you in video 12. As you stay present with this energy long enough, you will be able to bring yourself to accept the emotions of guilt as a sacred part of you. And as you do so, forgiveness may begin to flow or bubble up quite effortlessly. When you set your intention to forgive yourself and or others, and then go through this process, the heavy burden of guilt begins to subside, and forgiveness does follow. Above all, remember that this is an ongoing and liberating process. Now, what will this do for you, or why does it work? Because it removes the barrier of your obsession with the past and brings you into the point of power, which is now. As I said earlier, all the action is now. With full forgiveness of the past, your energy and focus are freed up to fully function as a fully aware and conscious being, working and moving in the moment and focusing the energies of your divine inner presence or your higher self, spirit, whatever label makes you feel comfortable. Forgiveness of others and forgiveness of self. That's the key. When your past disappears because you are fully focused in the present, you are free to create and manifest. Listen carefully. You have moved out of time and into timelessness and are free to act, free of all the barriers of the past to create. You know, we've all been there. You've been there when you've lost track of time because you're playing a game or you're listening to music or watching your favorite TV show, whatever it is, sitting by the ocean, watching a sunset, and you've forgotten all about time. It's a beautiful place to be. Now, in this moment, now, there is nothing to fear in the future as well. Timelessness is truly timeless. With practice, realize there's nothing more important than the moment. Nothing else exists for you other than the moment, your everlasting moment, or the eternal now, as Eckhart Tolle describes it. It is your past and future which entangle you and rob you of your power. Only the present gives you power, and forgiveness is the key to ensuring you stay within that focus so that you can expand your awareness and live fully within the richness of the moment. Now, truly, this is joy. This is freedom to create and manifest all that you desire. Now, now, now. I have found that forgiveness is an ongoing moment-to-moment process because guilt hangs over us like a huge black backdrop, as one of my clients so rightly observed. As you are fully focused in the moment, you are in your point of power, and you can only focus when you have fully forgiven all of your past. Forgiveness is the key to ensuring you stay within that focus. If you want to have some help with your guilt issues, contact me, Shar at thedimensionalshift.com. If you don't know much about the coaching process and want to find out if it's something that could help you break through your personal barriers, contact me, Shar at thedimensionalshift.com, and you'll get a complimentary coaching session to see if we're a fit for each other. Because I don't fit for everybody and they don't fit for me. If you're not sure what a coaching session is or does, check out my YouTube channel, thedimensionalshift.com, for the upcoming video discussing my barrier breakthrough coaching process. And also check out my website, thedimensionalshift.com. So here we've arrived on a lighter note. My body is like a temple, more like the Catholic Church, full of wine, bread, and guilt. It always feels good to smile and laugh. So thank you for joining me, and feel free to pass this video on to anyone you think may benefit from feeling forgiveness and being guilt-free. Hallelujah! Blessings, and so it is.